gosh, I really look like I've been crying. I mean, I've had a bit of a morning, I can't lie, but it's okay. It's just one of those days, one of those Saturdays. Is it Saturday today? Yeah. Anyway, so I was meant to meet a friend, but that's no longer happening, which is completely fine. So I've taken myself out for a coffee and I'm gonna edit yesterday's video and just try and cheer myself up, to be honest. I hope you're having a better day and it can only go up from here. So yeah, see you in a bit. All better. I haven't really filmed much at all and I'm still not really filming much. I'm just literally walking to get some tea bags. I think I'm coming down with something, I'm not gonna lie. I slept for about 9 hours, so I do feel a bit better, but I'm just having one of those days. Bit of a down day. We'll be sleighing again soon. Just having a break from sleighing. Anyone knows the reference. Still not TikTok famous. I hope you're sleighing a bit more. Sorry, I just had something else to say. I just saw that the Billie Eilish, I've just seen that she's doing like a 3D tour in the cinema. She's gonna have her live tour in 3D. But my mood has gone up a lot because I've got the pre-sale for March, so exciting. But also, like, it's a cinema, so can you sing along, or are you still meant to be quiet? Surely you can have a little sing. Good morning everyone. So it's the next day. As you would have seen, yesterday was not a great day for me, and I did say I was going to speak about it in another video. I basically just struggle with like food and eating patterns and things like that. I don't want to like say the wrong thing and then this gets taken down because I'm trying to speak positively about this. I thought we could just go through a really useful tool that is out there for people that do struggle with any sort of like addictive behaviour or eating problem. So it's called a RAP plan and it's a wellness and recovery action plan. And a quick disclaimer, I've got this written down, that this guide is for informational purposes and is not a substitute for professional, medical or therapeutic treatment. Please undertake the process of support with a therapist, dietitian or doctor that specialises in whatever you're struggling with. That being said, I'm just going to sort of like go through the basis and foundation of this so that then if you or someone else that you know does struggle, then this might be a good tool to use. So phase 1 is the preparation and foundation, and this is where you like gather your support around you. You figure out who you have around you that can help you. You've got like all your different tools. Have you got any journals you can use? Have you got a notebook? Are you going to do it digitally? Also, obviously, if you're connected to an actual therapist, then you can do this with them as well. The whole idea of the RAP plan is that you are the expert of your own experience, and it focuses on the positive elements of recovery, like giving you strength, empowerment, hope for the future. This is obviously not set in stone, like you can change this or alter it or completely get rid of it at any point, and it's just yours personally, obviously, and it's just meant to be a tool for you. It's not like some formal thing, it's just literally like something that can help you with your recovery. There are 5 sections of the plan. The first one is your wellness tools. This is like a toolbox of strategies basically that you can go to, things that you know you enjoy, things that you know help. So the daily maintenance is what do you need to do every day to stay well in terms of nutrition, emotional care, physical care, like sleep, hygiene, that kind of stuff. Also like social. So obviously for nutrition, and this is all completely down to you as well, like not, I'm just going to give examples, but obviously they're going to be different for each person. But for nutrition, it's a case of like, here's what I know I have to eat every day. I need to eat 3 meals, 3 snacks, maybe keep a gentle food journal, not weighing out my food, eating without distractions, that kind of stuff. Emotional care is things like meditation, again like journaling, things that you're grateful for. Emotional care can be things that are physical as well, like, you know, stepping into nature, going for a walk, which goes into the more physical stuff, which is like gentle movement, if you want to go to the gym, having a shower every day, getting enough sleep. So this is kind of just like the basics of everyday life, like not the things you would love to do on top of every day, but like the things you have to do every day to make yourself feel good basically, and also like make sure you're happy and healthy. And then like social could be like either limiting time on social media or checking in with my therapist. Then you go on to preventing your triggers. So a good way would be to like literally list all the ones you could think about, which I know is not a very nice exercise, but once you see what may make you spiral on a piece of paper, you know what to look out for and what maybe you should be avoiding or just being a bit more cautious about. And these can literally be things like skipping meals, having an argument with someone, not having enough sleep, watching other people eat a certain food, going out for dinner, like knowing you've got a social occasion coming up. Write down all these triggers. Next to that, you can then write down an action plan. So then if that thing comes up, what could you do? What has worked in the past? What do you think may work now? What might be a good step that you think, from now that you've stepped away and looked at them all, what do you think could work really well for that trigger? Then we go on to things that make me feel good. So these are just like a list of things that bring you joy, peace, or a sense of accomplishment that are unrelated to food or your body. For me, this would be things like drawing, painting, reading, cleaning, to be honest, just doing things that make me feel productive, or working on my social media, or editing a video. Make sure I include in my days that have literally nothing to do with food or my body. Then we have early warning signs, which are subtle shifts in thought, feelings, or behaviours that indicate you're slipping from wellness. So an example could be skipping meals, body checking, or over-exercising, or over-exhausting yourself, or restricting, anything like that. Again, just like the triggers, you add in an action plan for that. So if you notice any warning sign, but especially if you notice more than one happening at the same time, okay, I am actually slipping now, like what can I do about this? Who can I go to? What can I do for myself? What is going to make me feel better, and what is going to potentially bring me out of this before it all crumbles? Also, this is literally things like revisiting your list that you've made before about your triggers and your daily maintenance about things that make you feel good. Those early warning signs are like, nothing's happened yet. You can just feel that the thoughts are kind of creeping in a little bit more. Oh, I haven't thought about this for a little while. Hang on a minute. Am I okay? Like, let me just talk to myself for a minute. What is going on? Section 3, when these urges are stronger, maybe behaviour has happened and you're like in high distress, but you're not completely 10 out of 10 on the distressed scale. You're probably about a, I don't know, 6 or 7, let's say. You know, things like isolating from friends. So basically you just need to write down the signs. I'm not going to go through what the signs could be, because you know yourself, and like I know myself, and I don't think it's very helpful to share certain behaviours. If you just write down the signs, and then next to that you write down some intensified wellness strategies that you can do to cope with that, whether that is literally calling someone, from a friend to a therapist to like an ambulance. Like, you can do what they call urge surfing, which is where you just like sit with the urge and you like ride it out like a wave kind of thing for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You just say, okay, I'm just going to sit with this thought for 10 minutes, then 10 minutes goes, I'm going to sit with it 15 minutes goes, and then so on and so on. And then by the end of it, you've like, the wave has came and crashed and it's over and done with, and you've done what you thought you couldn't do, which is just surpass that urge. Remove triggers, follow a meal plan, schedule a meeting with a therapist. Again, like, you can work out, know for yourself what these intensified tools may be. This is just meant to be like a general guide. I don't want to like go really deep into things. I'm not professional, so I don't want to say the wrong thing and then actually do like trigger someone. Section 4 is your 10 out of 10 on the distress scale. You feel like you're completely out of control, you can't like keep yourself safe, that kind of stuff. Define that, create a definition. This is what happened, this is how I will feel when I'm a 10 out of 10 on the distress scale, this is what it might look like, so you know what to look out for. Then you can like have a list of people to contact, really intense tools that you think could help you in that moment. The behaviours happened, you feel really rubbish, what do I do now? What do I know that in that moment I can do? What would I ask a friend to do? Like, if you had a friend that was a 10 out of 10 on the distressed scale, what would you tell them to do? I think that's a good way to like work through this whole plan. If you're struggling to figure it out for yourself, what would you suggest to a friend? What would you suggest to like your brother or your sister or something? And section 5 is just the post 10 out of 10 distress plan. How would you rebuild your wellness after that behaviour's occurred? The steps you can take, but obviously being like realistic about it. So you can reflect on what happened, reconnect to yourself and to others, obviously seek professional care if that's an option for you, self-kindness and self-forgiveness. Then after you've done all of that, you can either share it with someone that you want to be able to say like, hey, check out my plan. If you don't want to do that, that's completely fine, but you just like try and make it so that you have easy access to it when you need it. So maybe it's a good idea to do it on private note or digital, whether it's on your phone or laptop or whatever, or in a journal that you will not like lose and just chuck in a cupboard and never look at again, because it's also a really good idea to revisit the plan, and like especially the first section, oh yeah, I forgot that I really enjoyed doing this, because when you're in that moment you can't think about anything else. There's so many times where I would be sat, well, what do I enjoy, what could I do right now, urge surf, and it just, your brain is like mush because you can only think about one thing. So if you have something that you can very easily like go to, you flick through, you have to look through the whole thing, just like certain pages, or maybe you've got something coming up and you're like, okay, well, what did I say maybe could help me with that? What can I make sure I do tomorrow before that social event? Or, oh, I wonder why I feel so bad about what I've just seen on social media. Let me just go and check what social media makes me, you know, that kind of stuff. And yeah, you can obviously like update it all the time or never, or like, I think it's a good idea to do it at least every 3 months or something. And also you can just burn it at the end. It's not anything, it's just literally for yourself. And then it just says at the end, celebrate your work. The act of creating this plan is a profound step towards reclaiming your life and acknowledging your courage. And then there are some additional resources to support the recovery plan, which I can put in the description. But yeah, I hope that was helpful for anyone that needs it. It's all looking up, guys. 2026 is going to be our year, and I just wanted to say that like a lot of people do struggle, whether they struggle in silence or not, and it's not something to be ashamed of, and there is lots of support out there for you. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.